Hey y'all, Grand Rising, good evening, good afternoon, and everything in between, y'all. This whole situation is a whole entire clown and a fool. I'm going to go ahead and read the energy around Tamar now that she has spoken out on justice for James. Now, I feel like Tamar may have needed to be quiet and just let a PR person put out an official statement, because she's been caught up in a few things that she said, and it was like, double speak. She wouldn't speak on the inner working or the details of how things actually transpired, but she did say that Krishan undoubtedly put hands on James. But the weirdest part of the whole video was that while she was talking about Krishan, her eyes diverted from the camera. She couldn't look into the camera. She looked off to the side as if she was being instructed. But then when she got to talking about James, she was dead center right back into the camera again. And I found that to be odd, because this is someone who has media training. This is someone who has been on camera for years, not just as a performer on stage. She was on reality TV for a few years and then had her own show, had more than one show, being on The View, Vince and Tamar. There was that fashion show. So she's very well aware of how to work the camera, how to know her angles, to how to know where the camera is, how to center and focus herself into the camera. And that, was very strange to me, that when it came to speaking on Krishan, her eyes and her body language was everywhere but centered and focused until she got back to James. And I found that to be untrustworthy. Now, I've been saying from the very beginning that Tamar feels guilty. There's things that she knows that she's not going to speak on. Also, nobody expected this to turn into this whole thing, okay? Not like this. So I want to know, now that she's spoken out, because since she's spoken out, she put out another message talking about how she can't make anyone happy, and it was weird. I don't have it in front of me to read it, but it was weird. What I found to be very strange was that, she's taking up for James and her team, understood, but then she's also trying to, after she throws Krishan under the bus, she's talking about, oh, she needs hugs and she needs this. And it was like, you can't be on both sides of the fence with this one, Tamar. You have to, if you're going to speak out, you have to pick a side and you have to be firm on it. Because if you're saying that everybody is traumatized and this was such a traumatic situation, you can't sit here and talk about how this person was supposed to be like a little sister to you and she needs hugs, and just, be firm. You're riding with James, you're riding with James. And that's the position you take. So let's tap into the energy around Tamar since she's spoken out. Ace of Wands, Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is like feeling bound, feeling trapped, feeling stuck in a situation, and then forward movement and expansion. So it's almost like she felt like she was in a no-win situation. She had no way out of this situation without speaking out. She wanted to just get in and out. Knight of Wands. Okay, the artist in this situation. Yes, she would be the artist. At the bottom of the deck. Look at this. I told y'all she felt guilty. She was worried. She's concerned. Here we go. Nine of Swords to the Wheel of Fortune. Okay? She's worried about how this is going to affect her career, her ability to make money, her future prosperity. Harsh words. Okay, lots of arguing. This is she's sticking with her team publicly, but this is not looking good behind the scenes. As you can see, even though this is the Five of Swords, right? You see, these are three people, and all of them are at odds. They all have their backs to one another. Now, let's remember, you know, after everything first came out, she unfollowed LaTroy. And I thought that that was very interesting, because if LaTroy was doing what you're doing, which is simply just speaking out for a fellow coworker and friend, why would you unfollow him and then turn around and support James? So it looks like all three parties now have their back to each other, and there's bickering. There's inner turmoil, allegedly. Baby, listen. Ace of Swords. That is a card of truth. High anxiety between her and people that she has been knowing for years. These are people that she goes back with. Falls under the Eight of Swords, which means she feels bound, stuck, and trapped to these past relationships. And now it's bringing nothing but heartbreak and turmoil. Ace of Cups, forward movement. So it's like she moved forward out of this situation because she felt obligated due to the love of James. But it also is like she's playing the victim because she feels trapped. It's like, well, damned if I do, damned if I don't. You know, wanting to move on and just leave this toxic, chaotic situation behind to go to, you know, calmer energies. Well, Tamar, this ain't going to get no better. This situation is going to ride out for a minute, hun. Eight of Cups. The artist is walking away from relationships. Please do tell. Tell us more. What's being laid to rest, Tamar? Is this the straw that finally broke the camel's back? I told you, three parties at odds. Now we got moving forward from a toxic, chaotic situation into calmer waters. Six of Swords is usually a woman and her child leaving in the middle of the night, leaving a bad situation and heading towards freedom in the morning. Okay, so like I said, arguing, infighting within the group, behind the scenes, the Star and the Lover. Okay, now the Star would be the focal point of the group, the center, the nucleus, the Lovers. This Lovers keeps coming out with this reading. There's a correlation here. That's also, you know, people who are in collaboration with one another. Tamar, are you breaking under pressure, sweetie? Okay, so Judgment falls under the Ace of Swords, which represents a card of truth. So that's like karmic judgment and legal judgment due to the truth coming out. Five of Pentacles and Three of Swords. This is heartbreak over possibly going broke or being ostracized, outcasted. Why would you feel this way if everything that you have told us is the honest to God truth? The truth is a roaring lion. It don't need no help. It defends itself, right? But we see anxiety here. depression, lack of sleep, no rest for the weary, no rest for the wicked when it comes to the star. This is going from having hope to hopeless. Channeling Dion Ferris. They say I'm hopeless. No more or less than a penny with a hole in it. 10 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. This is putting the weight of the world on her shoulders. Listen, 10 of Swords was just at the bottom of the deck, and now it's come out. So her being bound by her loyalty to her friends, these people that she go way back with, at least, you know, some of them at least 6 years or more, it's now weighing heavy on her. And she's trying to figure out how does she get in and get out of this situation. This almost feels like taking the coward's way out, because it's like, if you didn't fully support what was being said and what was going on, you could have just not said anything. And really, at the end of the day, sad to say it, that would have done you more justice than to sit up here worrying about everything allegedly. The Hangman. Hangman falling under the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups. Wow. So it's a hangman to moving forward. And it's a hangman also to her moving the way she did out of love and attachment to these people. Now it's like, you know, is this loyalty or is this blind excuse me, can't even say it. Is this loyalty or is this blind loyalty? You know, was this gold or was this fool's gold? I got in too deep. Knight of Swords. You came forward with this message. Thought you were just going to come in, you know, you were going to get in, get out, say what needs to be said, and it was going to be over. The Reader. Now, the Reader is someone who's intuitive. And being that she's a Pisces, I feel like, you know, most Pisces have a very strong intuition, whether it's in sun or moon. So she knew at some point in time that she was going to have to walk away from these people, these relationships, because here it is. This Reader falls under the Artist and the Eight of Cups. She may have been told by people behind the scenes or people that she had worked with that she needed to turn these people loose. She needed to walk away from these people. She needed to sever ties from these people. Knight of Swords falling under the Five of Swords and the Six of Swords. So all this, you know, harsh communication, arguing, which causes you to say, you know what, I'm going to choose peace. I need to get the hell away from everybody and everything after a message comes in. Y'all, I keep telling y'all, this lovers just keep just diddy bopping all across this situation. What does this lover have to do with this message? What is the collaborators? Because I'm going to just use the Lovers as the card of collaboration. What was this message about? King of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, and Judgment. So this is like, okay, so it felt like a downward spiral once she found out that James decided that he wanted to sue. Now she's worried. She's trying to have hope and optimism about this situation and how it's going to move forward. But, you know, she's worried big time. See, listen, the Lovers finally came out. No rest for the weary, no rest for the wicked, heavy anxiety. This star hope for this collaboration, these collaborators. Being watched, okay? This did not turn out at all how Tamar thought this was going to turn out. Yep, the Fool and the Chariot. You took a leap of faith to move forward with the situation, but it's like now you feel foolish about something that is attached to this situation. Tamar, why do you feel foolish? Why do you feel all this anxiety? What is all this guilt? Page of Swords. I said somebody's watching. Got it. Falls under the Hangman. Okay, so the Hangman is we, the people watching the internet, were a little bit too investigative. if that's, you know, even a way to put this. People got to digging, people got to prying, people got to pulling up lives, people got to reading comments, people got to going through threads. And it's like, damn, I didn't expect y'all to be that thorough and move that fast. Yeah, move that fast. 8 of Wands. King of Swords. Okay. King of Swords under the Reader. So King of Swords is someone who speaks with a certain amount of authority, but they can possibly lack couth. This is somebody who lacks emotions. They can be very, you know, cool, you know, in their demeanor, maybe icy somewhat. But this is also a person who could be business-minded or a businessman. So this is looking like that this artist is going to walk away. Tamar's the artist, remember, allegedly. This artist is going to walk away from this situation where people told her she should have separated from such said parties in the past anyway. She had been advised to stay away from these people, but Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck, she just kept, you know, arguing and trying to make this a point on why she wasn't or why she couldn't let such said person go. And now it's like, don't say I told you so. So this is like private energy, allegedly, behind the scenes. I told you she need to clean house, and look at this. I mean, this is all energy of like, I don't want to, but I have to. 8 of Wands, things coming about swiftly after a message comes in with this harsh communication, all this arguing. It's almost like she's cracking under the pressure. She can't take all of this type of energy. She's not built for this. As much as she likes to be in the mess, she sure as hell don't like to, you know, shovel the shit. I tell you that. She wants to get out of Dodge. Queen of Swords, y'all. Queen of Swords. So it's like now she's the Queen of Swords towards these people. What is this? The Hierophant. Okay, because now the law is involved. Damn it, what is going on? Somebody's tongue-tied. Somebody's so upset that they can't even get out what they need to say. This is her anxiety. It's almost like panicking. The law and the powers that be in the industry are involved. It's like it's too many multiple moving pieces and important people who have a say-so on how things go from here on out, who are now watching, who are now involved. This was not supposed to turn into this, allegedly. Yeah, 7 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles. Okay, 7 of Swords and 7 of Pentacles. So that's somebody being very sneaky about how they were going to, you know, sow seeds for a bigger harvest. Tell me more about this being sneaky about sowing these seeds for a bigger harvest. King of Wands. This is a action card. So something about the actions that were taken, okay, now has people in cutting season, the chopping, you know, like Marie Antoinette, off with their heads. Now you have to start separating yourself from people, removing certain people from certain parts of how you do things. Six of Pentacles. Now this is receiving or possibly being given a large amount of money, whether it's judgment or somebody gives you money. This feels like she knows that she's going to just have to just rip this Band-Aid off and separate herself from situations, people, and things, because this is going to affect, you know, brand deals. This is going to affect vendors at the shows, and I want to say it's on the tip of my tongue, like sponsorship, investors, because they, you know, pay into you. Yeah. You being, you know, all of this drama is cutting you off from getting this Six of Pentacles. Eight of Wands. Things are happening very swiftly. So, you know, she's losing out on future potential money, possible shows. And this is something that she's arguing with certain people with, allegedly behind the scenes. This is bringing heartbreak. This was not supposed to happen this way. Hey, I stood up for you. I'm looking out for you, and this is costing me. Two of Cups. Y'all, my spirit guides, sometimes they can be petty. They're getting on my nerves. I've been trying to avoid the Lover's card, and it's like, oh, you don't want to look at the Lover's card? Here's the Two of Cups. Y'all, somebody is involved, allegedly. Okay, somebody go together real bad. And that's a secret too. I tried so hard not to touch that Lover's energy, but the Lover's energy just keep on popping out in all these readings attached to this situation. Nine of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Wounded warrior. We know only one person allegedly was wounded, so I'm gonna leave that alone. Heartbreak. Three of Swords. Y'all, this is like Murphy's Law. Just when you think it couldn't get worse, just hold on and wait. Ten of Swords. Why do you feel betrayed, Tamar? Because it's like something is happening behind the scenes where now she feels betrayed about something. Lord, hold on. I'm trying to situate my cards so I can see them as I read. Why do you feel betrayed? What's happening here? Unrequited offer, wounded warrior. Okay, we know you feel some type of way about James allegedly being assaulted, but why do you feel betrayed? Because I'm looking at inner fighting between her and her team, right? I haven't even asked about, you know, Krishan. Now, y'all saw I just shuffled and this came out. King of Wands. And that's an action. So there's an action that's going to be taken that's going to have her feeling betrayed. Oh, buddy. I literally just heard no honor amongst thieves. Ace of Pentacles. Justice and the Four of Cups. Something is not going to pan out the way they think it's going to happen, because Four of Cups is an unrequited offer. And for that to fall under justice, that could be karmic justice or that could be the law. Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Ace of Pentacles. Something in this whole situation is not going to pay off, but she's going to end up allegedly paying out, because it's going to cost her money in the long run. Because one thing about drama dries up money. It runs away business. And these people can go and work for other people and make money. But who the heck is she going to go and work for and make money? So now I see why allegedly you got a Ten of Swords. She feels betrayed. So I'm going to stop this reading here, because there's a lot of shaky, anxious type energy, whole lot of anxiety, and I need to just go ahead and cleanse spiritually. All I can give Tamar as a word of advice is, you know, go ahead and do what you got to do. You got to clean house. The longer you wait, the worse it's going to be. Separate your brand from certain types of energy. And, you know, take a little time, be quiet, rebrand yourself, and come back out. Your R&B base, you know, you could still go out and do shows, and especially, you know, go overseas and whatnot. But the longer you stay attached to this mess, the worse it's going to be for your brand and marketing and being able to get out and still make money and be a force to be reckoned with. So with that being said, thank you all for watching, and I'm done. I'm about to go relax. Somebody go have a glass of wine for me, please, and thank you. Have a wonderful evening, everybody, and this reading is adjourned. Good night, y'all.